it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Level and Diecast. We got something a little bit different for you today. We're talking super rigs. This is the first mix of super rigs for 2024. This is mix number 1. Yes, we are at the end of April, but they just barely hit the first mix of 2024. We're going to kick off with this guy right here. This is a carry forward truck, although the model that's with it, this airplane looking thing, that is new. We haven't seen this particular one since about 2018, 2019. Last time we saw this particular casting with this deco and stuff like that. But it had a purple, more F1 style versus this aeroplane thing here. This is the entire mix here. That is a brand new casting, Scuba Dub Driver. We do have that guy. Pencil pusher, brand spanking new deco for that. Finally a new deco for that guy. We do have that one. Taking a look at this big rig heat. The Baja Battalion, that is a carry forward. No changes. Scenic route, carry forward, no changes. And then we have another brand spanking new casting, the Turbulence Tug. And that one has quite a involved looking packaging. That one is in the back there. That is going to be interesting when we get to. So we'll just go ahead and crack this first one open. Our big rig heat. You know, I would much prefer that we had, you know, realistic trucks and trailers. But I guess I'll take what I can get. These seem to be relatively popular from Hot Wheels. There is the truck there on the side. There is your treasure hunt symbol. Of course, not a treasure hunt, just on there, but looks pretty good. I do like this truck. It's kind of a futuristic F1 kind of style big rig. Got your big motor in the back there, a couple of turbos, and then the trailer off the back. There is a little ramp that does fold down. Of course, it doesn't get anywhere near to the ground, nowhere near to the ground, but that's okay. But it does fold down, so I guess the thought that matters. The trailers are detachable. At least they used to be. There we go. It's just a giant plastic ball. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get that off of there. So you might got to be a little bit gentle. The trailer is all plastic except for that little bit of metal right there. T05 is the day code for these. They do get that really nice premium inkjet style printing. There's a better look of the engine in the back of the truck. A couple of big turbos on there. Exhaust out the back. Definitely made to race. And then there is the indentation from the engine. So we'll just snap that back on there. There we go. And then this is the model it comes with. I'm not sure what this model is called. If it says on the bottom, it does not. T04. This is some type of an aeroplane. It says X1120 on it. Hot Wheels number 8. Again, this is not the casting that came with this rig previously. This is a new model for this particular one. And that's, of course, why it doesn't match. It doesn't match this guy at all. This is blue and yellow, and that's purple. The car does fit in there, although it doesn't fit in the track. Oh, there we go. Got to kind of push it down in there. There you go. So it fits in the track. Looks okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's just okay. All right, next one up, we're talking the pencil pusher. We haven't seen a new deco for this guy for a little bit. So pretty happy about this one. This one is more school themed. Does come with the weird kind of fantasy school bus. So get this guy cracked open. Get this guy pulled out of there. Packaging out of here. There we go. This is the school bus it comes with. It is all chrome. So it is all plastic, and then it does have a metal base. Just called Hot Wheels High. 2013 is where this casting's from. There is an interior in there. It's an interesting looking bus. It's got some like jet turbines in the back of it. This is our brand spanking new deco. We'll get this off of the truck. There we go. Snap that guy off of there. Of course, it does have the school bus on the side. I really wish the school bus would have been that deco. It actually would have matched pretty good. There is your Twin Mill 3 shooting off a track up there. Again, that really nice print. You can see all that inkjet style printing in there. There's a worm coming out of the apple. Of course, you know, it's supposed to be school themed. Just some wheels on the back. There is a circle back here that is for the ramp. So you can put the model in the back of it. This one does have some things up here, kind of like a protractor type of style. It says, sorry about that, XXL, XL, large, medium, and small. It says Hot Wheels on there, your little kind of protractor looking deal there. Nothing fancy in the front here. There is a pencil sharpener right here. It is just plastic though, so there's not a blade or anything in there. So not too sure how that would work. If that would actually sharpen pencils whatsoever, but I would say probably not. Probably not. There is your base details there. There is a bit of metal down here. Not very much metal, but there's some metal down there. But the deco looks pretty good. This is the truck. The truck is designed to hold, you know, pens, pencils, and stuff. You just stick them in the top here. That's why there's no interior or anything like that. But it looks pretty good from the outside. Kind of a little bit of a futuristic Scania. A little bit. Kind of have to squint your eyes a little bit, but it looks good. I like the deco on it. The black is all metal, and then all this red is plastic, and then the base is metal as well. So it's very top heavy, which is interesting, but it looks okay. There is the standard hitches. These trailers don't work well when you try to switch the cabs. Everything is pretty much tailor-made for the trailer and truck that they originally come with. And then, of course, your bus does fit in the back. Close up, looks good, nice and decent. There we go. Get that guy to fit on the screen a little bit. There we go. All right, moving on to our first new casting for 2024. You'll see they do have a 2024 number on there to let you know. I guess it is new for 2024. Scuba Dub Driver, absolutely ridiculous. I love the fact that they just have this super freestyle kind of thing to these super rigs. Again, I would like some realistic ones here and there at least, but all of these are such ridiculous fantasy trucks. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a little bit of technical difficulties. These are, you know, pretty fantasy. They're you know, they have that nice charm to them because they're so ridiculous. So this is our new casting, the Scuba Driver, the Scuba Dub Driver. Get that trailer off of there. It's a relatively bigger truck. Looks pretty good. There's kind of like some, looks like a bath mat. I think that's supposed to be like a bath mat between the tires there. It does have your HW symbol on the side. That looks pretty good. That looks all metal, but it's actually all plastic. The cab is all metal though. Cab looks pretty good. Kind of got, you know, kind of got a Ford COE style or maybe a Chevy COE style going on. Looks pretty good. There is an interior in there. It's part of the chrome. There is your deco on the side since 1968. Looks pretty cool. There's a name on there. Ooh, I don't know if you can read that name or not. It's probably the guy that designed it. Does have clear blue wheels, which I think look good. These are the Steelies. I like that style. Of course, the exhaust pipes are just faucets, which I think is cool. Bunch of cool details in the back there. A bunch of piping and stuff like that. That's super cool details. Just a huge amount of detail went into this particular casting. T06 is the day code. It's pretty cool. It's a relatively bigger truck. It's definitely significantly bigger than the other ones here. This is the trailer. Of course, it does have, you know, simulated water in the back with a little bit of waves on each side. It's all nice and rounded and really smooth. Feels pretty good in there. There is the deco on the side. Scuba Dub Driver looks good. That big piece of Zamic metal here, that is the only metal on the entire trailer, but that looks good. Of course, the trailer will sit on its own. So it will sit there, and it sits actually relatively level, which is kind of interesting. As far as the model goes, this is the tuned rubber ducky. This is a new deco. This is not a reissue or anything. Just says Hot Wheels on the side there. Orange interior. Those clear blue tires to give it the water effect. Prints look good with the eyes on there. Looks good. And then just the base there. Of course, it is a track car. Definitely made for track. And then he just sits right there. Sits right in the back of the rub dub. Snap that on there. And then there is your Scuba Driver. This looks pretty cool. That one's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like that one a lot. Kind of interesting to see what their next deco will be. Typically, the way these work is whatever's the new casting, it'll carry over to the next case with the new deco. And then after that, usually the cases change from that point. All right, this one is ridiculously complicated. Turbulence Tug. There's just a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff going on in this blister. But it looks kind of interesting. So again, 2024 for this one. We'll pop this guy out with his many pieces. It's got the wings that are separate. And then it comes with the jet turbine thingy here. Take a look at that. And then your plane. Whoop. Get this popped off of the truck. Plastic out of here. Very, very involved. All right, so this is the tug. So this is what's pulling the item. You have two big, huge motors on each side, which looks pretty good. The details on the side of this looks pretty good. It says keep clear. One single center driver, sits super, super low. I actually kind of like that. It looks super cool. That would be your exhaust, I'm assuming, right down there. That looks pretty cool. No particular details on the back. Maybe some air tanks or something like that. And then just your trailer hitch right on the axle. The gray you see here, this is all metal. The rest of it is all plastic. There is the base Dietz Turbulence Tug. Set that guy over there. All right, so this is the trailer. This is the trailer that you tow. So it says Hotwheels on the sides. Got that nice, cool mouth deco on there. Got some prints on the side here. Looks like those might be some Japanese type of lettering or something like that, potentially. And then it says danger on the side. Keep clear. Sorry about that. The only bit of metal is that right there. It's just that little tiny truck right there with the wheels on it. It does have the steelies. A little bit of print on the side wing as well. Just says Turbulence Tug. So the way that this is designed is very interesting. So there is space on the side here to attach wings. The wings do have prints on there. It says MH on it. And then this other one's got some graphics on the top of it. So kind of like it's graffitied up. So these go in, looks like no particular direction. Here we go. We'll get that one on that side. So they go in there relatively simple. It's a relatively large plane when it gets built. It's really weird. It's really weird actually. The more I look at it, it's very, very interesting. You could use this as the plane by itself. You know, it has some landing gear down there. This, this little hitch right there is a little odd, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And of course, there's separate prints for the other side of that winglet on that side. So it's a cool detail. This is the model that it comes with. Nothing super fancy. It does have a rotating little blade in the back there. This is called the Piston Arrow. There's no wheels or anything on this. It's just designed to sit there so that it gets this extra little moving part. The deco does match the plane though, which is pretty nice. So you'll take your plane and you see it does have little notches right there. This does fit directly in those notches just like that. And it definitely looks a lot better with that plane on the top of it. You'll see that it sits in those notches really well. So even if you're rolling it around, it does not slide off or anything like that, which is pretty impressive. The only bad thing is you'll never be able to use a separate casting with this. It'll always have that plane, attached to it, which I think is fine. So realistically, the way that this works, we'll move these models a little bit out the way. Get this guy out the way for just a second. We'll bring him back in. So you would put the plane down on there, and then you snap it in there. And so basically, it's just the tow vehicle is just to tug it around. It's just to like move it on the tarmac, so to speak, and that kind of thing like that. But it's actually kind of cool. It's cool for what it is, but it's interesting that this is in the Super Rig line because it definitely doesn't fit the motif of everything else whatsoever. So it's cool. It's cool. I just think it doesn't fit in the Super Rigs, but nonetheless, I'm still happy that they did it. And there you go. That is the Super Rigs mix for 2024. That is the very, very first mix. But it is an interesting mix nonetheless, and I'm still happy to add them to the mix. Let me know what you guys think about these Super Rigs. Let me know if you even care. I just like some weird stuff. A lot of people like just, realistic licensed stuff, but I'm definitely interested in what you guys have to say about that. So drop a comment. I check them all, read them all. Until next time, we'll catch you on here, Level M. Peace!